A lot of people have been asking for a review on this Linear LDCO 800. I think it's a fantastic machine. See LDCO, there we go. There's the model number. You can read it. I hope it's coming through clear. Okay, so LDCO has simple trouble codes on the back there. It's really neat. Simple buttons to press, LED lights. By the way, this is an antenna, just so everybody, so you know, that little device hanging down as an antenna is very necessary. But as far as the review goes, this is a 800 Newton model. And what that means, it's kind of the equivalent to like 3/4 horsepower. But what's so beautiful about this design, one, it has a DC motor on the inside. Now, as opposed to the AC motors of the past, this one has like a really clean, slow-moving or variable speed, kind of like your elevator doors. Okay, so you know how they like slowly start moving and then they close a little bit faster and then they slow down before they close just at the last minute. This one does very similar. You can watch this operation, but the DC motor also means a lot less vibration, a lot better sound dampening than the AC motors. The AC motors, like the big ones that go on the back of like a house fan or something, you know, those things just go wobbling. But you also heard on your likely your existing garage door opener, it's just loud and it vibrates everything. Okay, now this in fact is a chain drive model. Okay, now I'm pointing that out because the most common one we're using nowadays is a belt, but this one is the chain. Okay, you can see the obvious chain, and it might rattle a tiny bit here and there. But even with this chain drive model, we find that this machine is even quieter than like almost 90% of them out there. In fact, I also want to, while I've got a moment here, I'm going to operate it in just a second, but I also want to show the safety release here, okay? This is how you release your door under emergency conditions, okay? Just go ahead and pull this down and it detaches. Okay, and that's how easy it is. Then you can start to move. Oops, there we go. It went back up, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, so then you can start to move your door by hand. You got to get out. Okay, got to go. All right. But something else I wanted to point out right here and right now is that this particular style requires no maintenance. Okay, this is a hard, heavy industrial style Teflon moving against the rail, and it's just as slick as can be. It needs no maintenance whatsoever. We've never had to put any. I think the only thing we'd possibly use on this one is probably like a dry lube that you'd see, that waxy stuff. You'll find it in Home Depot, if ever. But you'll see how smooth this thing moves, and that's it. There's no other thing, nothing else necessary. Like the screwdrivers that have grease under here and they drips all the time. Some of the other belt drives in our industry have metal to metal, and they will wear away on the sides, other things, okay? And by the type of this operation, this is a full chain. When you get the chain model, it's a full chain, not half chain and half cable, okay? But this device, as you can see, is completely like noise dampening. It's just fantastic. It's just great. Okay, let me just make sure that's connected. Good. Okay, but now listen, just listen. This is the amazing part. Okay, listen. You will hear your engine over the sound of this machine. You'll hear the engine of your car before you hear this machine going, okay? So here we go again. Let's give it another shot. Let's go down. I'm gonna get real close to it this time. All you really hear is a little bit of the trolleying of the chain. That's all you really hear. Just a tiny bit of that. And but now the only thing I'll tell you, there really literally is no drawback to this machine. You're seeing a lot of, okay, so some of the shop lights around here, I'll just be honest, we've got a good amount of light in here, but the only kind of somewhat drawback around here is the fact that it does have one light. Many options, higher end options offer a light on this side, a light on that side. But other than that, it has electronically powering photo optic sensors down here. These photo optic sensors will power down and reducing your vampire usage. And you know, they call that stuff that's plugged in and not being used. kind of like your VCR. It's just plugged in the whole time, and or your DVD player now. But okay, so back to the light. I do want to show you how simple this is. Some of them you need screws up here. You have little tabs on the sides. You got to pinch and pull, and sometimes the tabs break and all this stuff. This is easily, I think, about a 5-year machine. Or maybe it may be about a 1-year-old, but they haven't changed their design. But look at this. Just look at this. Okay, I'm doing this with one hand. One hand. Anybody could do that. Now I'm using a step ladder, of course. Okay, so you will need a little step up here. So you got the one light bulb, and I mean this feature I absolutely love. So these go right back into, okay, just right back into their spot. It's almost hard to miss, and then that's it. It's just so phenomenal. It's also made for service as well if necessary. It comes pre-built with the option for a battery backup. But literally, you loosen the screws, you don't even have to take them out. You see it slotted up here. So you loosen the screws and then drop the whole cover so you don't lose the screws. This whole thing is designed just fantastic. Okay, one-piece rail. It's a T-channel rail, so it's completely sturdy. All right, I could probably hang off of that thing, but it's an amazing machine, every single part of it. Not to mention the quietness, but 100% the reliability. So that's my general review of the Linear LDCO 800. Oh, by the way, this manufacturer by Linear has been pioneering radio frequency technologies for decades. In fact, a lot of their radio frequency coding is so secure it's been used in fire stations, police departments, apartment complexes for access controls to get in. You know, you press the button or you call somebody from the call box, or you hit the buttons and stuff like that. These people have been doing that for years, and they finally came out with a machine that works in the residential industry for homeowners, now that we can pass on this quality to people in your home, not just to mention the industrial stock grade. So this machine is fantastic. It gets like literally 100% on the grade scale. So if you have this machine, you will love it. You'll tell all your friends. If you don't have it, you need to get it. So I hope a Linear upon each one of you. Thank you for watching.